Want to learn some inside tricks to drawing with a pen? You need to watch this video. Hello everyone, it's me again, your old buddy Max West. I draw comics and I do children's picture books. And today I'm going to share some inside tricks on getting better at drawing with a pen. The pen, no matter what kind you use, be it a marker like this, or a fine liner like this, the pen is probably one of your best tools for drawing comics, drawing cartoons, for drawing manga, or whatever you do. I explained before that the pen is probably an easier tool to use than the brush. Of course, it still takes some getting used to, and especially if you like to use a dipping pen like I've showed you before. I'm going to show you some inside tricks to getting better with a pen. One of the first things you should do, if you're working with something more simple, like a ballpoint pen, a fine liner, or just a marker such as this Pilot V razor point, get some line paper like notebook paper and just practice making straight lines. I know, this kind of looks boring, doesn't it? Well, you have to grin and bear it. It's important to learn control as well as getting lines down. Of course, in addition to drawing straight lines, you can practice your control as well as your skill with the pen by making other lines. You can do slanted ones, both directions. I do this myself from time to time to help practice my control. Whoops. Now this is something you want to avoid. This is why you need to practice, why you need to learn control with the pen. You don't want to do check marks there like I did. Again, lines are a good way to practice. You can also make curves with a pen. Just practice. See these pen control exercises. Now if this looks easy, if my lines look clean and smooth, that's because it takes lots and lots of practice. Try some of these out yourself. A couple of days or a couple of weeks of these pen control exercises and your skill will improve. Now I'd like to show you some more stuff. Pens are not just for drawing simple lines like this. There's all kinds of techniques you can use with a pen which will improve your drawing skills as well as any comics, manga, or cartoons you make. Alright, one kind of pen drawing technique you can do, dotting, also called stippling. You can use this to imitate, say, sand on a beach or a desert, maybe dirt on the ground. If you want to give something a rather weathered texture, sort of like stucco or worn stone. Yeah, this can be pretty time-consuming, but, it's good not to rush art. See, basically, the more dots you add, the darker the shape gets. You can try out a variety of dot making. It'll, give your work an interesting look. Here's another kind of drawing you can do. Drawing lines in a pattern. This is called hatching. I use this a lot in some of my Sunnyvale comics. Now, there's cross-hatching, where basically you do crossed lines. You do one set of lines like that, and you do another set of lines like that. You can use these for all kinds of things. Wire mesh, fences, patterns on clothing. I'll give you some more examples here. Like with dotting I just showed you, you can use these for patterns, as well as shading, making things look dark. If you want a good example of cross-hatching, you should check out the work of David Macaulay, who's done various books like Motel of the Mysteries. He does a lot of very detailed pen work, as well as some of the techniques I'm showing you, like dotting, hatching, and cross-hatching. The last trick I'm going to show you in a pen drawing technique, scribbling. That's a lot harder than it looks. What I do, sometimes I use scribbles for various things. If a character has pretty shaggy, unkempt hair, I might use scribbling. Want to do something messy too, like perhaps smoke or fumes or exhaust, I'll do scribbling. You know, sometimes when I draw landscapes and such, I might put tufts of grass here using scribbling. Again, as I showed you before, I usually don't go for realism in my work. I just more suggest, and scribbling is a good way of, you know, putting grass there. I've done this in Sunnyvale, Poison Ivy Gulch, and some of my other work. So again, let's review. Pen control exercises are a very good way to get better with drawing with a pen, making various lines like these. For a variety of pen drawing techniques that you can use with your comics, you can do dotting, making lots of little dots with a pen. You can do hatching as well as cross-hatching and get some very interesting effects. And scribbling, like these. Now, usually these will work with pretty much any pen out there. You know, if you like to draw with a ballpoint pen, you can do that. Markers too. This is a good one I like to scribble with. This is called a uniball pen. This will also work with the technical drawing pen, such as these, the Rapidograph. I've also used these from time to time with my dipping pens. Of course, that's a bit tricky since I often have to keep dipping it into bottles of ink here, like this. Okay. Just try practicing these techniques, the control as well as the different techniques I showed you. And these tricks, they'll improve your pen drawing by a lot. Anyone can draw, that includes you. Just by practicing regularly, applying yourself, you'll get good very quick. Well, that's it for now. Hit the subscribe button for my channel. If you want to check out more of my work, just read the video description below. Until next time, this is me, your old friend, Max West, saying goodbye. Keep drawing, and remember, anyone can draw. Until next time, goodbye.